For the last episode, I'm doing the intro, and we're back with...
I'm so confused. Bible battles. We're back with Bible battles. And this is our last episode. We have come a long journey going through the 66 books of the Bible to figure out which book is, at least for the three of us, number one, and probably a hotly disputed and maybe even, a struggle to get here. In fact, even after last time, after the vote, I was like, wait, did I do the right thing? So it's been tough. But we've been going through a lot of these books, all of them, to figure out our top, and we've made it to the final four. We're here. Are you guys ready to do the final four?
Nice.
Not really, no.
It's tough. And this time we're doing not only the final four, but we're also going to be doing the championship. So we will crown a winner today.
A winner!
Of our favorite Bible book. And we've left many great ones along the wayside. Matthew was dropped.
Genesis.
Genesis.
Thanks to you two.
Daniel didn't make it through. It's been hard.
Revelation
Revelation
to
fell
all
last
three of
time.
us.
And that was, I still feel really bad about that.
Ruth.
I think maybe we could have dropped that.
And
Esther didn't make it, so...
No girls.
No females.
We're trying to be gender biased with what we pick.
Yep.
And there are girls in the books that are still around too, so...
Deal with it.
So we hope you've had a fun time coming on this journey with us. We've had a good time doing it, and we've had a hard time doing it. That's kind of the purpose of all this. More than anything, it's got us in the Bible, reading and trying to figure out what each book is saying to us, what God is saying to us. So here we go. Are you guys ready? How are you feeling?
Yep. Painful.
Did we get a coin?
A coin? Just leave it to chance. We can't do that. We've got to come up with an answer. So here we go. 1, 2. The start of the final four, we have the Gospel of Luke, the story of Jesus, and a wonderful version of it from the good Dr. Luke, who does focus on females. Luke does. He's got a lot of that going on. It's got the story of the prodigal son in it, an amazing story of the resurrection, of course, and the two disciples on the road to Emmaus, upset. It's only there in Luke, and Jesus appears to them. Gives them a Bible study to show what they believed was not quite right, and that the Messiah had to suffer and die and be resurrected. So, wonderful book of Luke, going up against Acts, which is like Luke Part 2. And it's the story of the acts of the Holy Spirit and the apostles and what they did to spread the gospel. We've got the story of Peter in there and Paul. Wonderful miracles that take place, wonderful sermons. The first martyr is in there, and Stephen. So these two books going head to head. You guys know what you're going to do?
I have a vague picture of what I'm going to do.
Then you go first.
That isn't what I wanted to happen, but okay.
I can go first if you want.
Yeah, you go first.
All right, I'm going to go with Luke. I love the gospel story. Love Jesus' stories in there. The parables are so powerful. And not that I don't like Acts. Acts is so exciting to see the start of the church, Pentecost. But I'm going with the story of the cross and resurrection. I'm picking Luke. And now somebody else picks too. This is how it works, guys. We've only done this a time or two. So who's going next?
I went first on the last episode.
So you can't go second now?
No.
Okay. Those don't
She
add up
wants
together.
to be the final say.
Alright, well I'll make it easy for you and go Luke.
Oh, Luke for 2. Tell us why.
If I don't pick a gospel, I'm going to get shy.
No. At this point, it's hard to choose.
Yeah, it's hard to choose, but like through the last, every episode that Axe has been in, I'm like, why is Axe still here? Like, I don't...
You've been trying to take down Axe.
Well, it's not that I've been trying to take down Axe, it's that I feel like it got a cakewalk to this point. Like, it's a good book, I just don't picture it in my top 8.
You may have had an easier run than the others did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jeanette?
I'm going to have to go with the good doctor.
You would expect a nurse to do such a thing.
Right.
But wait.
Right.
He wrote both books, so that doesn't help.
Oh.
Now, what are you going to pick?
Well, I'll still go with Luke.
And any reason why?
Because he's a doctor.
Sometimes that's how I make my decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But not this time. Yeah. Who has the prettier shirt? I'm picking Luke because of the parables.
Okay.
I enjoy reading the Gospels more than I enjoy Acts, although I did have more respect and like Acts a little more after we went on our trip, but I stick with the Gospel on this one.
Okay, so Luke has made it into the championship round, and we're going to find out who Luke is going up against right now. We have the Gospel of John, another amazing gospel that has so much in it that's not in the other Gospels. It's the most unique of them. And Gospel of John going up against Hebrews, which is also a very unique book in the New Testament that focuses so much on Jesus as being the better sacrifice, the better covenant, the better priest. He's all these things and focused on that and how we should live as a result of our connection with Christ, not going back to our old ways of doing things, but moving forward into a new life and moving forward in faith. It's got the wonderful chapter of faith, Hebrews 11, of all the heroes of faith from the Old Testament. These two books going head to head in the final four, John versus Hebrews. What are we picking? I went first last time, so.
It's your turn to go first.
Ethan, what are you going to do?
Genesis should be here.
Let it go. Genesis didn't make it.
Exodus.
Are you going to go through all the whole Bible?
Leviticus.
This one's Old Testament.
Numbers. Deuteronomy. Yep.
What are we voting again?
Ethan wants to vote his favorite Old Testament books. We'll do that next.
Yep.
Now we are doing the Gospel of John.
John and Hebrews.
Going up against Hebrews.
All of these are New Testament.
That's true. You had a hand in this happening.
Not really, but whatever.
You voted out Esther last time.
Yeah. Now see how
John.
you like it.
Going with John?
Going with John.
Why are you picking John?
Because I can.
Because that's your uncle's name.
Sure. I have to come up with a reason. It's hard. But, yeah, I do like how unique John is as one of the Gospels. And it's not Revelation, but you can kind of argue that it's a little portion of Revelation. It just kind of has a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jeanette, do you want to go next?
I'm going to go with Hebrews. I don't know. I'm going to go with John.
Throw them both out.
Going with your Hebrews.
Oh, John is my favorite gospel.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's going to go, whatever we're voting for, it's going to go up against Luke.
True.
And I don't know if I want two gospels to go up against each other.
I think that'd be a great
But I also
final
love
match.
hot Hebrews.
Hot Hebrews?
Hot Hebrews.
Man, that guy Hebrews, he's hot. It's a book.
I really like
It's a type of
that
people.
the pointing back, like what we said in the last episode of Hebrews. It always redirects you.
Want to know what could redirect you to God? God himself.
Yeah, I'm going with John.
Picking John. All right. Well, I'm going with John as well. So it's 3.
Gospel finale.
Gospel finale. I have to pick John because
You can't not pick John.
it's just such a unique gospel compared to the others, and it's going to be really tough in the next round, and that's where we're at.
I think it would have been easier had those ones been flipped, so that it was going to be
Acts and John.
yeah.
Luke and Hebrews.
Yeah,
I still would have gone with
Still
both
be
the
there.
Gospels.
I wouldn't have. I think I would have gone with John and
You would have gone Hebrews over Luke.
yeah, and
Wow.
kept John.
Okay. Well, here we are. We can't go back in time. We can only move forward.
Do you want to do?
The championship round. We do want to talk about Johanna as well. We don't have her on the screen and such because then we'd have too many ties potentially, although she is very good at voting. So we wanted to share with you her top 4.
She just votes for whatever you vote for.
No, not at all. I would never influence her like that. But we want to share with you her top 4. And
You want to pick Deuteronomy?
and we want to share with you her number 1 choice, so we're going to do that now.
Ta-da!
It's on the screen.
And now here we are in the championship match. We have coming in, I don't know what they weigh at.
Weighing in at 2 pounds.
Yeah.
The Book of John.
We don't know where they, how much they weigh or where they came from. Somewhere in Palestine.
The 39th book of the Bible.
We have the Gospel of Luke, Good Doctor, going up against the Gospel of John. 2 amazing books about the story of Christ. And that's kind of been what has brought them here, is about their focus on Jesus. And it makes sense that they would get here to the end, but now they're going head to head. Which book do we like better? Luke, of course, has the Christmas story in it. It has a focus on ladies throughout. It's got the parables, prodigal son, so many wonderful parts of Luke, parts that are unique just to him. But then the Gospel of John as well, where it talks about the Word, and the Word became flesh. Just an amazing beginning that harkens back to the book of Genesis, which is one of Ethan's favorites. And also with John, you have John 3:16, the amazing talk between Jesus and a Pharisee, Nicodemus. And John 3:16 is the result of that conversation. We have the raising of Lazarus. So many wonderful parts of John and his version of the gospel. So, folks, what do you think? This is it. It doesn't get any harder than this.
Well,
I choose not to go first.
I'll go first.
Thank you.
Because I think pretty much my answer was in the last.
Yeah, you're like,
at the
John's my
beginning.
favorite book.
Out of the Gospels, John is my favorite.
Okay.
I'll go with John.
All right. All the doctors at her work are going to be very upset that Jeanette has thrown aside Dr. Luke.
Dr. Luke
Pick
is
John.
out.
You want to go next?
Nope.
I think you should go next.
I don't think I should go next.
All right, I'll go next. I'm going to go with John as well. I just love that story. I love that it has John 3:16 in it, even though it's so well known. It is so powerful, and I love the fact that it happened from talking to a Pharisee, who in the Gospels many times the Pharisees are not the good guys. But that reminds us that no, it wasn't just a blanket thing. All Pharisees are bad. No, Nicodemus, though he was a Pharisee, was a searcher, searching for truth. And John has the amazing story of the woman at the well as well. And Jesus going to her, reaching out to her, and telling her that one day it's not going to be about this mountain or that mountain, this region or that region. It's going to be about worshiping God in spirit and truth. So I love that story as well. And then John's version of the cross is just so amazing, so uplifting, because it focuses on Jesus as the king. He talks about the king way more in his version of the cross than the others do. And Jesus is seen as the king there. And then resurrection story there is so cool because it's Mary. It's Mary just being alone there. She brought Peter and John, and they just run off and kind of leave her afterwards, and she's weeping. She's all alone in her sorrow, and Jesus appears to her. And he says, "Woman, who are you seeking?" And that's really the question right there. Who are you seeking in life? And so that's why I'm picking John. So it is 3-0.
Yep. I haven't chose yet, but yeah, I'm going to pick John.
I figured. Is it 3-0? All right. Is it?
It is 3-0. No matter how many, even if we get 1 billion likes in this video, we're not doing this. But if we did the best verse of the Bible and had 25,000 or something like that verses, I think probably at least the winner would probably be John 3:16. That if you're going to choose one verse in the Bible that would just sum up the Bible, I'd probably choose that one, and probably would be the same for the best book of the Bible.
All right. So there we go. It is 3-0. I was guessing that's what it was going to be, and I was right. I figured that's why you wanted to wait.
Yeah.
To build the drama.
It was like, I know I'm picking John, and you're picking John.
All right, let's do.
Create suspense.
So at least we have some agreement here, but it was tough to get here because there are so many books in the Bible.
I would choose something else to be here, but...
So if you had to just
Genesis.
grab one, what would
Genesis.
it be? Genesis. All right. Jeanette, if you had to just grab one and say, ooh, this one I would like to be in the discussion, you would have picked?
I really hope you say Ruth, because you
Esther.
voted Ruth.
Esther, okay.
I don't know. It might be Ruth or Esther.
And one of the ones that I hated to let go of but did was Daniel. That was one of my favorite
Daniel
books.
was hard.
But I've got nothing to complain about John. I think John is a fabulous book
I think if we
with.
did it
John
all
is
over
something we
again,
could
it
all
would
agree-
be completely
I
different.
bet it would be.
It could be. If you scramble the books up, it could be way different because you could have John going up against.
Well, even if we did it the same,
Yeah,
I bet we'd vote
yeah.
differently on certain books.
Maybe.
Depending on what
The
was
Deuteronomy
helping us
one, I'm pretty
today.
sure I'd switch that, and then I'd probably take Deuteronomy over Acts. And
that
then
one, Deuteronomy
Yeah.
all the way, and
Yeah.
would win the whole thing.
No, you probably get to Luke, and then yeah.
Maybe so. So thank you for coming on this journey with us. Thank you to Jeanette and Ethan for having fun talking about our favorite books of the Bible. We hope that you have done the same. Talk to your family, your friends about your favorite books, and more than anything, read those books and hear the message, because it's all about a God who just wants to be with us, and he's done everything he can so that he can be with us for eternity. And we hope that you will find that in the pages of the book, all the books of the Bible, because that's what you find. You find Jesus and a God who wants to be with us forever. So thank you again for watching. We hope that you'll like this video. We hope that you'll share it with your friends and your family, and keep reading. Keep reading the Bible, and maybe some point in time we'll do another battle. Who knows what we'll figure out, what we can argue about, but
Give us suggestions.
give us
There you go,
suggestions.
there you
yeah.
go.
What should we discuss
What
next?
should we battle about?
We've talked about contemporary Christian songs. We've talked about Bible heroes or Bible characters. I thought that one might be neat.
Versus.
Versus, oh my goodness,
No.
we'll be here
No.
forever doing that.
I'll
So-
be 105 when we're done with that one.
So,
Yep.
but we've had a great time doing this. We hope you've enjoyed watching it, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. So thank you for joining us for Bible Battles. We'll put our battling selves
To a
to a rest.
For
And
now.
we'll be back again.
Need a rest.
Take care, everyone. God bless you. We'll see you soon.